We are looking on simultaneous equations, and we're using the substitution method to find our x and y values. So the first thing we're going to do is label our equations. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Next, we're going to choose one of our equations and make x the subject. So I'm going to choose equation 1. Using equation 1, make x the subject. So equation 1 is 5x plus y equals 11. First things first, we want to remove the y from this side. So we can see that y is being added. So therefore, we'll have to do the opposite of addition to remove the y. So we'll have to subtract y. So this leaves us with 5x plus y minus y, because y is being added, so we have to do the opposite, equals, and what we do on this side of the equation, we also have to do on the other side. So we will have 11 minus y. Y minus y is 0. 5x plus 0 is 5x. We, we have it equal to 11 minus y. Now we need to get rid of the 5. And we have 5 multiplying x. So to get rid of the 5, we'll have to divide by 5, because division is the opposite of multiplication. So divide by 5, and what we do on the left side of the equation, we also have to do on the right side. 5 into 5 goes 1 time. So this leaves us with 1x equals 11 minus y all over 5. And 1 times x is x. So therefore x equals 11 minus y all over 5. So this 1 times x, we know that 1 times any number is the number itself. And in this case, x represents a number. X is a variable which represents a number, and 1 times any number is the number itself. Therefore 1 times x equals x. So our x equals 11 minus y all over 5. We're going to label this as equation 3. Now we're going to substitute equation 3 into equation 2. And solve for y. So equation 2 is 2x minus 3y equals 1. So this leaves us with 2 times 11 minus y all over 5, because this is our x value. This is equation 3, and we substituted equation 3 into equation 2. Minus 3y equals 1. Now we are going to simplify our equation. 2 times 11 gives us 22. 2 times y gives us 2y, and this is all over 5 minus 3y equals 1. Now we're going to simplify this equation further. So 22 minus 2y over 5 can also be written as 22 over 5 minus 2 over 5y minus 3y equals 1. So this part, I simplified it. So I divided it into 2. And this is because 22 minus 2y over 5, they share the same denominator. And because they share the same denominator, I can write it in this form. 22 over 5 minus 2y over 5. And this 2y over 5 can simply be written as 2/5 y. So that's how I have 2/5 y here. Now we're going to group our like terms. So we want to put 22 over 5 on this side. So here we have 22 over 5. This is a positive 22 over 5. So because it's a positive 22 over 5, we'll have to subtract a 22 over 5 from this side. Twenty-two over 5 minus 22 over 5, this gives us 0, leaving us with negative 2/5 y minus 3y equals 1 minus 22 over 5. And 1 minus 22 over 5 equals negative 17 over 5. And now we're going to add our y terms. Negative 2 over 5y minus 3y equals negative 17 over 5y. And this is all equal to negative 17 over 5. We're still solving for y. So here we have negative 17 over 5y equals negative 17 over 5. We want to have y by itself. Therefore, we'll have to remove this negative 17 over 5. And here we have negative 17 over 5 multiplying y. And we'll have to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division, because negative 17 over 5 is multiplying y. So this leaves us with 5 over negative 17 times negative 17 over 5y. And let me show you how I arrived here. So I'm dividing negative 17 over 5 by itself, which is negative 17 over 5. And when we're dividing fractions, we have to find the reciprocal of the divisor and then use it to multiply the dividend. So this leaves us with negative 17 over 5 times 5 over negative 17. So with the reciprocal, we simply flip the numerator and denominator. And that's how I arrived here. This multiplication operation can be written as negative 17 over 5 times 5 over negative 17. And due to the commutative law, this is similar, or it is the same as 5 over negative 17 times negative 17 over 5. And this is what I have here. And let me go further. So a number divided by itself is 1. So when we divide 2 by 2, that's 1. And here we have negative 17 over 5 divided by itself. So this leaves us with negative 17 into negative 17 goes 1 times, negative 17 into negative 17 goes 1 times, 5 into 5 goes 1 times, 5 into 5 goes 1 time. 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 over 1 is 1. Good. So now that this is clear, let's continue. And we know that whatever we do on the left side, we also have to do on the right side. So we'll have to divide by negative 17 over 5. A number into itself is 1. So we know that this equates to 1. And I explained it here. So this leaves us with 1y equals 1. And 1 times y is y equals 1. So therefore our y value equals 1. So we found that y equals 1. So we're going to substitute our y value into equation 1 and solve for x. Substituting y into eq1 and solve for x. And equation 1 is 5x plus y equals 11. And our y value is 1. So this leaves us with 5x plus 1 equals 11. Now we are going to group terms. So we'll have to move the 1 from this side to the other side. So 5x plus 1, because the 1 is being added, we'll have to just subtract 1 minus 1 equals 11. We also have to subtract 1 from this side. And this leaves us with 5x plus 0. And 5x plus 0 is 5x equals 11 minus 1. And 11 minus 1 is 10. Now, we have 5 multiplying x. Therefore, because it is multiplying x, we have to divide by 5 to get rid of the 5. And what we do on this side, we have to do on the other side. So this leaves us with 5 into 5 goes 1 times 1x equals 10 divided by 5 gives us 2. And 1 times any number is the number itself. So 1 times x is x. So our x value is 2. Therefore, we can say when y equals 1, x equals 2. Another way to write our answer is in this form. So this is our x value and this is our y value. Now, let's check our answers. We're going to input these two values into our equations. So equation 1 was 5x plus y equals 11, and equation 2, 2x minus 3y equals 1. So inputting our values. So when we input our values, we have 2, 1 equals 11. 2 minus 3 equals 1. So go ahead, pause the video and check if our values are correct. Good. Alright, if you have any questions or need any clarification, please leave them in the comment section.